So Joe Biden got caught in a little prank. It was Christmas Eve, and he was doing these, lovely, cutesy little White House propaganda phone calls with people where he would talk to average Americans. They'd call in and chat and talk about Santa and the elves and all sorts of nonsense. And one guy was engaged in a pretty simple back and forth with Joe, and it was all jovial and happy. And then a little prank was played, and this blew up online into something way bigger than it ever should have been. So let's take a look at that video.
Granddaughter. Somebody granddaughter.
And how about Penelope?
Well, Penelope, she's only 2, so I think she'd be happy with just about it.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful that you have a 2-year-old. Well, have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas.
And by the way, you guys have to be in bed by 9 o'clock, and asleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
This isn't to you, Jared. This is to the kids.
That's right.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon? Where's your home? I think we lost him.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So everybody in this conversation annoys me because you have people on the right are like, Biden's so owned, bro. We said, let's go, Brandon. And then he was like, let's go, Brandon. And it's like, he just said, fuck Joe Biden. Owned, wrecked, got him. Let's talk about this for 3 weeks straight and jerk each other off. Who cares? Who cares? First of all, he clearly doesn't know what it is. Now, people on the right are claiming that as like a victory for the right, but low-key, that's sort of gangster, that you had this dialogue going online for however many months now, and Joe Biden's like, huh? What? Where am I? Am I the president of the United States? What's going on? Where are my feety pajamas? Can somebody give me my feety pajamas? He doesn't know what's going on. Low-key, that's sort of gangster. Trump used to look up his name every 15 seconds to try to see what people were saying online, and then he'd go on like these long tweet storms yelling at people. And Biden's like, huh? What's Twitter? We communicate by Morse code where I'm from. What does this even mean? So the fact that he doesn't know it, I don't really view as like a knock against him. I actually think that's kind of cool that he's so unplugged from the brain rot of online politics. And then, but you also have a lot of Democrats are acting like the dude who said this was responsible for nuking Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and acting like he's, this is the worst person on the planet. And then the guy who did it, he's acting like, it was all in good fun. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. This was totally cool. And then as soon as there was even the slightest amount of pushback on him from the Democratic side, guess what he did? First of all, he ran to the media, right-wing safe space media, and he was like, my free speech is under attack. I'm being censored because people mildly disagreed with my goofy-ass prank that I played on the president. Bro, enough. For the love of God, stop throwing that wet blanket of, like, cancel culture or wokeness or political correctness over everything. Like, not everything is about that issue. If you played the prank, okay, then take the heat. You're going to have the right-wingers who are going to think you're some sort of hero. But, yeah, you're going to have the left-wingers who think you're a goofball and an idiot. So, like, deal with it. You don't have to run to the media and be, oh, my free speech. You had your free speech. You said, let's go Brandon to the president's face. Do you expect everybody to be like, oh, rad prank, bro? No, a lot of people are going to be like, really? This is how you wanted to spend your Christmas? Like, by the way, how long was the process to get onto that phone call? I mean, I'm sure they vetted people and whatnot to try to determine whether or not it'd be acceptable because they don't want people playing pranks on the president on air. So what'd you do? You spend 5 hours in that day, 6 hours in that day, going through the process just so you can get a 2-second, like, let's go Brandon to the president? Oh, look, bottom line is, this is one of those stories where it's like, really? This is what all you guys are obsessed with? Whether it's the right-wingers who think this guy's some sort of hero, or it's on the Democratic side where They're convinced that this guy is basically like Charles Manson now. Really? This is what we're talking about. This is what we're wasting our time doing. So, look, at the end of the day, I just want to check out of the dialogue on stuff like this. I get it. It's ironic. I'm doing a segment on it. I'm talking about it. But I actually align a lot with Biden on this one, where he's like, he doesn't know what it is. He doesn't care. I knew what Let's Go Brandon was, but it was always like, okay, and then, like, the original clip was kind of funny. You know, the person interviewing the NASCAR driver who just won, and she's like, oh, the crowd is chanting, let's go Brandon, and they were saying, fuck Joe Biden. Okay, I got it. That's kind of funny. But, like, how many months removed are we from that thing and people are still doing let's go Brandon shit? We should all have a little dose of Joe Biden's energy on this and just be like, next, let's move on to the next silly political scandal du jour, because this is obviously very silly. So, I mean, this is just more evidence that the culture war is raging as strong as it's ever been, because this was dialogue for at least a full day in online politics. And it's like, okay, let's waste our time with this and other goofball scandals, because, you know, it's not like we don't have anything better to do or worry about now.